now 1:15, so we can give you the answers of a snap overnight YouGov poll of Conservative members. Now, these are the people who will decide in the final two, and they reveal that if Penny Mordaunt gets in the final two, according to this poll, she will become the next Prime Minister. Penny Mordaunt, who launched her campaign today, who's not the favourite amongst openly declared Tory MPs, is on course to beat every single one of her rivals in the last two, according to this YouGov poll taken overnight since that close of nominations last night. The 8 candidates were all put to around 800 Tory members, and the results are very stark. They put Penny Mordaunt number one of the list of choices. They put Kemi Badenoch number two. So if I just go through some of the numbers here, what you have is amongst everyone was asked who their first choice would be. Penny Mordaunt came out first with 27% of the vote. Kemi Badenoch came second with 15% of the vote, and Mr. Sunak and Miss Truss, Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss, tied on third place in 13% of the vote. So just pause for a moment there. Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak running the two most high-profile campaigns. In this poll, they're coming third. After that, Tom Tugendhat on 8%, Suella Braverman on 5%, Jeremy Hunt on 4%, and Nadine Zahawi on 1%. 6% say none of the above, and 8% say they don't know. So it's quite a low number. But then, of course, the way that this contest works is next week, 2 names will be selected by MPs to go through to the Tory membership, which we think is around 160,000 people. And so YouGov put different sets of names to their panel, to the polls, to Tory members to say who would you win. And the results are incredibly stark. Penny Mordaunt beats Rishi Sunak 67% to 28%. That's a landslide. Penny Mordaunt beats Liz Truss by 55% to 37%. Still an incredible margin. And then she beat Kemi Badenoch by 59% to 30%. Now, in the event that MPs, as it were, decide that Penny Mordaunt shouldn't make the final two, for it is their choice, then Liz Truss would beat Rishi Sunak 67% to 28%. So again, another very comprehensive margin. So that's the result of a snap overnight poll of 879 Tory members, 2 massive headlines. If Penny Mordaunt gets to the final two, she's on course to be Prime Minister, and a very bad poll for Rishi Sunak.
And this matters, doesn't it? Because I guess MPs will be looking at these numbers, like you and I are, and trying to work out tactically where they should put their vote. Yeah,
there are 2 motivations when MPs come to decide who they back for the next Conservative Party leader and Prime Minister. The first is who's going to get them re-elected in their seat, and the second is who's going to win and could give them a job. And this kind of bit of data is incredibly important at this point, because there's been a momentum publicly behind Rishi Sunak. He's got all those wits working for him, from Mark Harper to Gavin Williamson, and we believe Gillian Smith. And there have been lots of big names coming out for him. But if suddenly it doesn't look like he'd win with MPs, or he doesn't in this poll, as is the case, look like he'd win with the membership, does that momentum continue? I'm not sure it's that bad for Liz Truss. She's still in a strong position if Penny Mordaunt doesn't make it. But wow, Penny Mordaunt, who only launched her campaign this morning, only did 1 interview on a radio station last night. We've only really had a video otherwise from her. Wasn't a top-flight cabinet member at the point at which she launched her campaign. Is backed by figures like Andrea Leadsom, who's helping to run her campaign. Appears to have pole vaulted into first place in this competition. Very big moment. Here we are at the height of voting.